So I got this UV window tint film here from AliExpress. They sell it on Amazon, but it's quite a bit cheaper on AliExpress. So can't remember the exact dimensions, but I'll leave a link in the description. Ended up getting 3 rolls of it for about 12 quid. So the idea is it sticks on your windows, still lets light in, but blocks UV. And stops the window getting so hot, therefore reducing the temperature in your house or room. So I'm going to stick this in the living room there because it also acts as like a privacy tint. So when you're outside looking in, you get like a mirrored reflection. Because the only other way to get privacy in here is to drop that blind, which doesn't stop the window transferring loads of heat into the room. So I'm going to give it a go, and I'll just give my thoughts on it. It's not a paid review by any means. I just read about it online. People saying it can really cool your house down during these heat waves we've been getting. So it's not really going to be a how-to install video either, because I'm literally just copying a couple of videos I found on YouTube. So there's no point me doing one as well. I'm just going to give my thoughts on it. It's not really going to be scientific either, because the temperature changes every day and I don't really have the equipment to do an accurate test. I've got this thermometer here which is sat at 25.5. So I guess if I do these windows now in a couple of hours it might give you some indication, but I'm more just going to go by feel. So there's a few things you'll need to install to aid with the install. So let me just grab them now. So in no particular order, you'll want a spray bottle, and what you want to do is fill that ideally with distilled water, because you don't want minerals drying on the glass between the film and the window. So you want distilled water with this, and then about 6 to 8 drops of baby shampoo, because you're going to use that as sort of like a lubrication to move the film into place before you squeegee it out. So before all that, you want to clean the window. I've got some window cleaner off camera. I might also use a bit of acetone, but I'm not sure yet. But mainly going to use U-Pol panel wipe. This is just a degreaser which evaporates extremely quickly. It's used for car bodywork typically before you do painting. Brilliant stuff. You're also going to need like a cloth or rags or whatever, something lint free to actually wipe the window. You're going to need a tape measure to measure the window and then measure the film before you cut it, and frog tape or any masking tape to once you've cut it to size, kind of stick it up on another window, and then you can kind of spray it down with the baby shampoo mix. I'm also going to use that to just mark my cuts as well. Kind of optional but fairly useful is a scraper like this, or a proper window scraper. That's just going to get off any stuck debris on the window surface, because you really want the window as thoroughly clean as possible. You want a craft knife or a Stanley blade would be fine as well to cut the stuff. Because once it's stuck into place, ideally you want a bit of overlap around all the seams to give you a bit of like leeway, and then just go around it and cut that overlap off right into the corners and edges. So you do need a kind of a precision blade, so this is ideal. Then you just want a squeegee of some description. I've only got this one, which isn't the biggest, but it should be fine. It might just take a bit longer. You don't want a really sharp edge either, or you can scratch or cut the film. This has got like this foamy stuff on it, so it's ideal. Then I've got a couple of these mini ones, which I might need to get up into the corners, but just have them anyway. And finally, just a brush to brush out the debris between the window gaskets, which can be quite hard to reach. So first I'm going to thoroughly clean the window. See here, I'm just using some cheap Aldi window cleaner, and then just getting right up in these gaps here with the brush, because that's where a lot of dirt and debris is going to be sitting. just get it as clean as possible. But yeah, I'll just carry on. That's one down. And what are my thoughts? How easy is it to install? Well, despite thoroughly cleaning the window, somehow a hair got underneath. I don't know if that's picking it up, which is a bit annoying. I could peel it back and try and get rid of it, but I don't really want to. As for working with the material, it's pretty easy. All I will say is the old adage, measure twice, cut once. First piece I cut was 5 centimeters too short in length. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, that wasn't too bad. Just the more lube you use, the better, basically. And if there are any kind of water or air bubbles trapped in there, they'll disappear over the coming days. But there's a really good side-by-side of how much light it hinders getting into the room, as a trade-off for hopefully a lot less heat. So I'm going to do the other window, which I think is a little bit wider, and then we'll see what it looks like from the outside. So a bit of a change of plan. I decided it was just hogging too much light from the living room, because that room gets the least amount of light of pretty much any room in the house. I just didn't think it was worth it, so instead I've done my bedroom. I did manage to peel it off one of the windows and used it on one of these windows because they're all the same size. That said, I don't have the patience for stuff like this. I hate cutting and trimming blinds, and I hated doing this. So the finish, you could get a much better finish if you were more patient than me. This is probably the one which came out the best because I took the most time on it. This middle one has a massive crease in it which I couldn't get out, so that's annoying. Same with this one, like the roll kind of got blowed by the air and stuck to itself, and I had to unstick it and whatnot. So the finish isn't great on this one either. And this one was reused from the living room, as I said before, so not too bad, except some of the residue from my Eufy security sticker you might have seen got onto the adhesive. But you know, from a distance you can't really tell, and if it cools the room down, I'd say it's worth it. So it already feels quite cooler in here actually, and there's no windows open. But I'm just sick of getting a terrible night's sleep, and there's absolutely no chance of getting a portable aircon unit this summer. So that would be something I'll buy in the sales in winter, ready for next summer. Because let's be honest, the summers are only going to get hotter. So yeah, that's how it looks. I'll get a shot of it from outside as well. And I guess I'll update the video once I've had a sleep or two, and see if it's actually made a difference. If not, I'll probably just peel it off and call it a failed experiment. So it's been a few days now, and what are my conclusions? Well, I can absolutely say that it does work. And at the same time, obviously, as I said before, no, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as an air conditioner, but it's consistently dropped the temperatures by about 3 or 4 degrees. This room is almost always around 28 during this kind of consistently hot weather we've been getting. 28 is just brutal to try and sleep in, especially if I'm on my laptop, because I tend to like watch films and stuff before I go to sleep, and the laptop kicks out so much heat as well. But yeah, it stayed around 25-ish, and it's noticeably cooler than every other room in the house pretty much. So yeah, I also like the privacy aspect of it, as you saw in the clip. You can actually see the contrast here. If I just open this window a little bit, you can kind of see how much tint you actually get. It's not too much. So for some kind of like end of video tips, I would say once you've cut a piece roughly to size, what I would do is lay it flat, and then peel the backing off and then spray it down. I found that much easier to do than trying to tape it up so it's vertical, because it comes in a roll. the material will just immediately try and roll itself together, and if it sticks together, it's a nightmare to pull it apart again. So I do have enough to replace this one, which I'm probably going to do later because that bothers me. It really sticks out. The other minor defects, I don't really care, like, can't really tell. But you could certainly get a pretty much factory finish, I think, if you know what you're doing and you've done it before and just take your time with it. Make sure everything's completely clean. So yeah, I would say for like 12 quid, 12 quid got me 3 rolls, which is enough to do 4 or 5, maybe even 6 of windows of this sort of size, which I think is good value. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to all the tools I use, like the craft knife and whatnot, and the actual film itself. You can get it on AliExpress cheap. It is also on Amazon, but I think it costs a bit more. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, I would say the other thing I would say is don't put it in a room that doesn't get too much light. In the living room, it wasn't worth it, even though that room gets quite hot as well. It just robbed too much light from that room. Whereas this bedroom, I never really like it to be really sunny and bright in here. It's kind of like a room that I like to chill in and cool down and like to be private. So that's why it just made more sense to use it here. Now, I might actually buy some more because these are south facing windows. So obviously these get very hot as well. You can see that the sun basically goes on this back garden all day and obviously shines against these windows. But I don't know, I'll see how I get on. As long as I've got one cooler room in the house, which is now this room, I think I'll be all right. So yeah, cheers. Bit of a muddled review, not professional by any means, but gives you some insight as to how effective this stuff is. Thanks.